Hey everyone, welcome to Iron Hook Angler. I'm Kalen Clements. This is going to be video one of many to follow. I'm going through a pretty big transition in my life, and I'm going to be taking all of you along for the journey of following my passion. So I was thankfully presented with an opportunity of taking a year downtime to really figure out what I want to do with my life. Before that, I was a Class A driver driving semi, and I was able to present her with a good 5 years of not having to work. I provided for the family. I did all of it, but she could see that I was wearing thin, that I wasn't 100% happy. It wasn't that I was unhappy with family life. It was the work that I was doing. I knew that I was missing out on a lot with my family, and just not following my heart at a younger age, having to suppress that to make others happy, just always kind of left like something was missing in my life. But anyway, she gave me this time, and I did some deep soul searching, and I came to the conclusion that I wanted to compete in bass fishing tournaments. And I told her that, and she's like, well, how are you going to pay for the tournaments? I was like, well, that's a good question. We're going to have to figure that out. And that's where I am going to be doing a bookkeeping company. It's called Iron Ledger Company. And I'm going through training right now for that. And I've ran a seal coating business in the past, so it's not like it's my first business. I did my own marketing, got my own clients. It's just with the whole seal coating, it's 100% controlled by the season, and if the rain, everything. So I wanted to do something that could cater to a fishing career that I could take on the road with me. I could do it in a tent. I could take care of business in a hotel room on the road, once I get big into this. And then randomly, because how Facebook is, your phone hears you talking, and all of a sudden this Bill Dance video pops up of him doing this nationwide tournament. And I'm like, what an amazing opportunity to be able to dip my toes in to the thing that I truly want to do and wanted to do since grade school. I just never got the support, and that kind of leads me to, my biggest regret in my life is the fact of listening to the noise around me when I knew I was 100% passionate about doing, going after tournament fishing. I should have stuck with it. But, I suppose that could be had with just about a lot of people out there in the world that have put their life on hold, or their passions, their dreams for loved ones, But anyway, and I told her that, and she's like, well, you got my support. It's like, I'm making enough money now. You've given me 5 years to be at home. I want to be able to at least give you a year to see what you can do. You've already proven to me that you could run a business, and I understand why you dropped that business, so you should go for it. And now, understand this, I didn't make a killing driving truck. Every ounce that I made went into my family. I don't have savings. I don't own a home. This isn't to be a pity party or anything. I'm 100% fine with that. But this is a pretty big change. And anyway, I had a 2006 F350 that I literally just sold a couple days ago, right? And I also only sold it for $2,200. It had 336,000 miles on it and needed some work, but she ran and drove, and I ended up selling it. And luckily, though, before I did, I was presented with an opportunity to get this boat. So it's a Lakeland Pro. I don't even know what year this thing is, but my brother-in-law gave it to me because he has 2 other boats that he's currently working on, and he decided to go a different direction. But I mean, you can see the condition that it's in, and whoever owned it before him ended up taking out the whole steering console, tried to convert the motor over, and just nothing reaches, nothing fits. And anyway, some of that truck money was going to go into restoring that boat. But it's just going to take, I think, too much to at this particular point in time. So I'm just going to go ahead and list it up for sale, see what I can get for it, and that's going to be 100% my marketing money, because I am going through training as far as bookkeeping goes. So once I'm done with that, that boat money will be my marketing money to get me my handful of clients. But here's the kayak I ended up going with. I went with a Lifetime Manta Angler. I ended up putting my purple seat on there. Makes it quite comfortable. And then this thing had quite a bit of play in the seat, you know, like from right to left. I'd say almost about 1 inch. But I remedied that to where now she don't move at all. I use these super sliders from Walmart. They're 1 inch ones. And there's like these little nubs on the end. I probably can't see it, but I shaved like that little bit off on each one of them. And now it actually, I don't know if you can see that, locked that seat in place in the back side. And there is absolutely no play in it whatsoever. But I went with this one because the reviews said it was pretty stable. I like the fact that it came with a side trolling mount. And then I don't have the cash to go buy the GoPros or anything like that, so I have to use my phone. But one of the things that I did have is at least I got something. I got to figure out how I'm going to mount it on there, but I got this nice gimbal that I'm planning on mounting to the back of the kayak, behind the seat. And of course, I got the mics. And then these extension poles. So I was thinking about maybe putting it somewhere back here. And then it'll just be like an overhead shot, and I'll take you guys out fishing with me when I'm fishing the tournament. And I live in Rib Lake, Wisconsin, so there is a lot of lakes within, I mean, just 30 minutes from me. It's definitely well over 10, and all of them produce bass, pike, muskie, I mean, you name it. All the good freshwater fish. So I haven't even got it out on the water yet. And the only car that I have left after selling that truck, and you know what, I'll just take you out there and show it to you. That kayak is going to fit on top of that Mini Cooper. So that's what I'm going to take out to the lakes to get me out on the water, to actually be able to have full access to it and go have some fun. I mean, this channel is basically going to be about the fishing side of it. You know, I'll probably give you guys updates as far as like how the training's coming along for bookkeeping, you know, how many clients I end up getting, you know, just kind of take you along for this journey, because like I'm basically strapped. I got everything that I need. I still want to get some lights. I still need a net, but things that I can get as I go along with this and start building up some income again. But a lot of people wouldn't do what I do in the way that I'm doing it. So I'm super thankful to her, because I don't think not a lot of women would allow their men to do what I'm doing. I think that deserves a wedding ring once I can afford one, for sure. if she's putting up with this. But and then we'll probably do sometime down the road in the near future, once I get the business up and going, we'll get an SUV or another truck, and then we'll probably get into doing a handful of boat flips a year. Stick with the bass boats, because I am a bass fisherman fan through and through. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to make an intro video, kind of give you a quick rundown of what's going on, and take you guys along for the journey. So if you want to support this crazy endeavor that I'm going on, make sure to subscribe, like, and if you got any fishing tips, let me know. I would love to put it to use out on the water. God bless every single one of you. I'll see you later.